Tonight we're honoring a law enforcement member who's made a difference not only in South Carolina, but nationwide. He mastered the craft of emojis on the iPhone to send meaningful messages. He's become a recognizable voice of driver safety and is quite popular in our news world. He made a surprise visit to our studios and made a lot of smiling faces in the process. Here's your good news.
Go. Gonna surprise Danielle.
Just a few fans.
I'm a huge fan. I saw you.
Meeting South Carolina Highway Patrol's most well-known trooper.
So Santa told me, Santa dropped me off, told me that I have to come say hello to you.
That big smile is being worn by one of his biggest fans at WMBF News. One of many who are a little sad but very happy for the 25-year veteran to start his retirement.
Twitter, and thank you for all your support.
And that's it. And what's next?
Not setting an alarm. That's what's next.
Trooper Bob Barris, known as Trooper Bob, is an Emmy Award winner for his emoji campaign, but got his start in an unlikely way.
Now let's start from the beginning. Are you from South Carolina?
No, I was actually born in a refugee camp in Austria. I was my mom and dad escaped from Hungary in 1970, and I was born in a refugee camp, and we lived there for a little while, and then came to the United States with my mom and dad and $500.
They ended up at a Connecticut church. Trooper Bob says they lived in a house there for 8 years and took care of the grounds. Straight out of high school, he went into the Navy. He served in Desert Storm and SHIELD. 4 years later, he got out.
I just felt like God put his hand on my head and said, look, I want you to help people.
But it wasn't easy.
You know what's funny? I put in probably 20 different applications for everybody. City police, sheriff's office to be a deputy, and I even put in for Northwoods Mall to be a security guard, and everybody said no.
He got an in with security at the Medical University of South Carolina.
What's your most memorable day as a highway patrolman? Story.
Probably the most memorable is when I worked at MESC, when I told my boss there that I really want to be a trooper, but I'm going to the sheriff's office to try to be a deputy on the road, and he said, you know what, I remember him leaning back and crossed his arms. He said, Barris, you'll never make it on the highway patrol. I said, why is that, sir? He's like, you don't have the education, the training, the background. And in the meantime, I was going home one day and I saw this building on the side of the interstate. It said, South Carolina Highway Patrol. I was like, there's no way they're gonna hire me. But I was like, you know, everybody said no, I can't even get in the mall that's across the street from the patrol office. But I said, you know what, they haven't said no yet. So I saw that exit, I got off and put an application in, and sure enough, did some testing, got my letter of acceptance to start August 14th of 1994.
He says he made his parents and himself proud and couldn't help even letting the person who said he can't know he'd be there.
Finally graduated on a Friday. Monday morning, I shot my shoes, I armor all the tires on my car, and I pulled back in front of that building, and I went in there and knocked on the door, and I peeked in, and he said, Barris? I said, no, sir, I'm Trooper Barris with the Highway Patrol. If you need anything, I'm stationed up there in Somerville, sir. Just want to let you know.
Just in case.
That's all I said, and that was, you know, almost 25 years ago.
How'd he look at you?
He couldn't believe it.
And Trooper Bob got his start with South Carolina Highway Patrol in '94, but it wasn't until 2005 he got the idea for the Emmy-winning emoji campaign that put him in the social media spotlight. Hear him speak about that with me coming up tonight on WMBF News at 7. It's at 7:45.